Militides, hello to you. And hello to everyone else who may be joining us tonight. Match Fixer, you superstar. You going to buy my diorama, mate? You got that much cash floating around? Mr. Moushu. Well, that's a nice time. Tonight's not going to be a super... well, I don't know. We might get to Prologue. We'll see. But, yeah, tonight's just going to be set up. I thought I might do my setup stream. Unfortunately, the next time I can stream will be Thursday night. So, either way, we will be getting into the campaign proper over the weekend. But yeah, I thought it might be good to go through a full sort of like a Lantern Year Zero experience, which is how I choose to set up a game. I've already started a little bit. Like I've got my camera angles set up and what have you. But most of what we're going to do is going to be brand new and fresh. Fresh, I say. So yeah, welcome to the stream. Of course, we can talk Miniature Masters if anyone wants to talk Miniature Masters. I'm always happy to answer questions. The thing you have to keep in mind about my Miniature Masters experience is it was 4 months ago, and I've not been able to talk about it for 4 months. Anything that happened, anything at all, until only like 6 weeks ago. And even then, I've had to keep under my hat all of the stuff that happened in every episode, knowing that I got to the final. I haven't been able to talk about any of it. So I will talk to anyone about it at any time for any reason, because it's been torturous. Okay, so what are we doing? All right, first things first, I'm the realist. We need to decide the monster nodes and the monsters that we're going to face. So let's bring up Scribbles and create a new settlement. So the theme for this settlement is, sorry if I spoiled that for you, Militides. The theme for this settlement is musical musics. Why do you want me to change stuff here on this stream thing? Change the video resolution? What? What do you want me to do? No, I'm not doing that. Yes, music. So every single person in this settlement that has the capacity to is going to carry an instrument at all times. I'm going to say F you to the harvester, F in the chat for harvester. We're just going to raw dog it the whole time. I haven't rolled harvester in the last 3 campaigns, I don't reckon. So absolutely outrageous if I roll it in this one. Absolutely outrageous. Because everyone will die. But we'll see. So, Smoggos is definitely node 2. So what I thought we might start by doing is grabbing out my things and seeing if there was any instruments that I didn't really come to mind. So the node 1 monster I think is actually going to be the lion. I haven't played lion in a while. It's got the hushing harmonica for Kale for the level 3 indomitable resource, and it's got the whisker harp. It's actually quite good in People of the Stars. We're doing People of the Stars as well, my favourite campaign. It's actually quite good in People of the Stars, the whisker harp, because the tyrant's moods are moods, so you can get rid of them. Okay, but I haven't decided on a node 3. Hey, Daryl. I haven't decided on a node 3. I'm sort of open to any of them, because I don't think any of them have an instrument. Phoenix does not have an instrument. The Froggo has the frog whistle. That's actually quite a good little thing if you can activate it. No other instruments. The green armor does not have instruments. DBK does not have any instruments. But we're going to play Screaming God. Smoggos are obviously instruments galore. So that's going to be fun. This harpy harp's pretty cool. I'm going to say F you to the Dark Tastemaker. because they told me that I had to roll on the path of the pinged next campaign. Well, if I have the harpy harp, I don't have to roll on the path of the pinged forever. Do you need it? Do you need a heart flute for frog whistle? Don't think so, do you? Maybe you do. So obviously Smoggos, they're going to be great. So we won't be doing Spidicules, but we will be doing Flower Knight. So we're going to do 2 node 2s. It's against the rules, but as I've said many times, this is my campaign. I can play with my toys however I want. The Croc doesn't have an instrument that I can see, so we're not doing Croc. King, no. Flower Knight. So yeah, the Flower Knight's got this Vespertine cello, and here's part of the reason why this is going to be glorious. The Vespertine cello. At the start of the showdown, all other survivors with an instrument in their gear grid gain +1 luck token. We're literally going for a band. We're going to play the band. It's going to be glorious. Yeah. The replica flower sword, I think you can only get that in the people of the bloom. So, does the Sunstalker have an instrument? No. Yeah, the new stuff from the Survivors of Death is what we'll go with. Okay, so we need a node 3. And then we need to decide on our nemesis. Don't need to look at that. Yep, so we've got the harp from this guy, wherever it is. Where is it? Whisker Harp, yep. On arrival, all survivors gain 1 survival. That's awesome. That's just a good ability. And then roll 1d10 on a result of a 6+, discard a mood in play. Awesome. So, okay. I think that'll be fun. I have no idea what that symbol means, Militides, but... So we'll open up Scribe and we'll press some buttons. So we're going to do People of the Stars. Yes, that's correct. There is only 3. I think there's one more. I think the Griffin is a node 3. So, all right, we need a name. So I was thinking Triple J's Hottest 100. Or Griffin's 4. Okay. Is there one more? Nightmare Ram. Excellent. Yes, Nightmare Ram. That'll be good. We need one more, node 3. It's probably the node that feels the weakest at the moment. Let's call it the music. Oh, the jukebox. Perfect. That was my name at football. It used to be called the jukebox because I dished out all the hits. True. 1.6 for starting survivors. Next. Okay, so no antelope, no butcher, no Kingsman's a maybe actually, and the hand or the Black Knight. So Flower Knight, all contents. Okay. And we're gonna do Parasite Queen instead of the finale in this because the finale in this is not of a high caliber. I'll add all of my content here. And we'll come through to that in a second. We do want the Jiggle-Iron. We don't need Clenium Butcher. We do want the Screaming God. We do want General Gambler's Chest content, but we are not going to play Ark Survivors. No, we'll do Finale in 25. See if we can beat a Parasite Queen in Lantern Year 25. Smoggos. Do we want to play with Bone Eaters? Bone Eaters always feel a lot scarier without Ark Survivors. Seed patterns, yes. Wanderers, we need to pick a Wanderer. Characters, yes. Manifold spread, absolutely yes. Okay, so we're going to do some votes. So first vote is for, so we know the node 1 is the Lion, node 2 is the Smoggos and the Flower Knight, node 3. So let's do a poll. Node 3 monster. Actually, it's only 2 choices, Phoenix and Sunstalker, because you can't really do the other, the Dragon King doesn't really work. I'm going to start grabbing some stuff down here. I would love to have a kazoo. That would be so fun. That little kid from that that stupid meme. All right, the Tyrant. The Tyrant is exceptionally fun. Perfect. I did my first People of the Stars campaign with Sunstalker, yes. So I think Death Drifter might be the go for the thing for the bad guys. Okay, Tyrant number 1. Looks like Sunstalker's going to win comfortably there. So that's good. White Lion number 2. Watcher King, Smoggos. I love me some Smogoramas. Smog Singers. Boop. Okay, so we know that Node 4 is Screaming God because it's the new content and we're excited to play it. So let's cancel that poll now. And the poll, Sunstalker is the Node 3. Nemesis Node 1 is Tyrant. Nemesis Node 2, Red Witches, or Atlas, or I don't want to do Slender Man, Kingsman, or who's the other dickhead? Lion Knight we're not doing. So maybe we'll put Kingsman in, we'll just see. He gets a bad rap, man. He gets a bad rap. Flower Knight. Flower Knight. Very cool. So if you've never seen my organisation, I am not going to show it to you. Now my organisation's pretty straightforward actually. I bought the broken token organisers and I bought 2 of them because they fit perfectly in the gambler's chest and the main box, but with a little bit of lid lift on the gambler's chest. And so I've got all of these. Yeah, no, it's actually a sarsaparilla, mate. Bundaberg sarsaparilla. It's the goat. Go Sars. All right, so Gormy Gorm is done. No Gormy. We're definitely not doing Lion Knight. That guy sucks. Croc, no. Slenderman, no. Kingsman, no. Spidiculous, no. Froggo. Okay, cool. Looks like Atlas is leading the charge. That's exciting. Old Santa Claus. Alright, so Manhunter is out. Screaming God in Black Knight. Do we go Black Knight or do we just go hand? I think I'm going to do hand. I think I'm going to do hand only. Yeah. So we will ditch the Black Knight. I said I wanted to do this last time and then I tagged in the Wrath because it was a nuclear sword, and I thought that was awesome. But yeah, I think the hand takes up limited time, meaning we get more opportunities to fight the Screaming God, and if we're only going to land in year 25, we want to have more opportunities. Yeah, I don't have any of the gifts. I'm going to rectify that at this year. Okay, Parasite Queen is staying. The Dragon King, we actually just need some cards from. The Lonely Tree stays, Screaming God stays, the Hand stays, Red Witches. Looks like Atlas has won. Atlas! Okay. That's okay. Red Witches are very fun, but they do tend to be a little bit, I guess not campaign defining, but you spend a lot of time doing cool stuff with Red Incursion, which is fine. So we've got White Lion, Smoggo's Flower Knight, our node 3 is Sunstalker, and our node 4 is Screaming God, which is already there. We've got Tyrant, we've got Atlas, I need to get Atlas. And then we've got the Hand, who I've already got. And yeah, so that's cool. And we've got Parasite Queen, Screaming God. And as always, the Lonely Tree. Just because it's fine. Sometimes you play with it, sometimes you don't. It doesn't really matter. So we're going to go all of the Sunstalker. So no Kingsman. Hey, Zwex. Hand, yes. Butcher, yes. And I think that's it. It is KDM time. It's glorious. So we don't need, let me think about this. Glow, yes. Halloween Ringtail Vixen, yes. White Speaker, White Speaker. Faded Dagger Domino, we don't need. Renee, we don't need. Pulverizing Star Venus, we don't need. Torrent Slayer Scarlet, we don't need. Palian, we don't need. Grimmery, we don't need. Longclaw Lenore, yes. Titus, no. Arco, no. Riddicker, no. Kale, yes. Zell, no. Tachyon Nodachi Ruby, no. Ledlar, no Badar. Cool, we're going to be able to do Snow the Saviour this time. Earlier, if we flip that, or the dreaming thing. Lolowin, yes, yes, yes. Morgan, great. We don't need Screaming Sun Armor Lucy. Exactly. We can make the Torrent Indom. Will be the first time I play with it, assuming we beat the level 3. So that's fun. Perfect. All right, I think we got that. So we need to decide if we want to do Bone Eaters. Yes or no? So I'll set some of these up now. Or pack these up, I should say. Pop these in my container. So now I was in mid jibber jabber there. So because I've got the two organizers, I basically use one for active campaign and then one for non-active campaign. So no gambler. Secret Fighting Arts. I've broken my chat by trying to do too many chats. There we go. I'll try again with me poll. Bone Eaters. Yes or no? Work chat. Hey. All right, so I'll move these over here for now. because we'll come back to those. So we need to do stuff with all of these decks. Heavy into Bone Eaters. Heavily. They do make the Screaming God very, very easy if you can roll a 10. Have been known to roll a 10 in my day. Okay, so the way I use these, I've got 2 folders. It's pretty funny. The old Family Feud, wasn't it? Okay, so that's starting gear. That is that. This is Gorm, so we're going to take the Gorm out. And this is Screaming Antelope, so we're going to take that out. And in place, we're going to put the Lion. I try to organize these in order, which is very pedantic of me, I know. But it just makes it easier in my brain when I'm organizing. So Caterium. Perfect. There's the Barber Surgeon and the Weapon Crafter. So we'll go the Node 2s. All right, and then the final question. Okay, so it looks like it's an overwhelming yes on Bone Eaters. And now we have the worst poll, the one that is going to make or break the campaign. I'm hesitant to even ask. The Scout has a thing called the Scout Whistle. You could give him an instrument called the Scout Whistle. Bad plan. Don't do that, Dino. Don't do it, mate. That no is getting triggered down very quickly. You guys are scumbags. Oh, I really need to play more. I really need to play more Spidicules. He's great. He's great. Okay, so that's the 2 Node 2s. So we probably don't need Outskirts. Oh, come on, you're killing me. I'm going to assume that you're going to be nice people and not force me into Scout behavior. That's the Blacksmith. So we don't need Dragon King gear, although we might need something from there. Nor do we need Manhunter gear. What we need is Sunstalker. Frog Dog, Masks, DBK, Sunstalker. Cool. This is Black and Red. We don't need that. This is Lion God. We don't need that. This is Meal Gear. We don't need Meal Gear, do we? Because we're not Ark survivors. Hey, John. We don't need the Gaming Gazebo because we're not doing People of the Dreamkeeper. We need that. And then we get into Rare Gear and Seed Patterns. Cool. So that's all, I think. All right. I'm ending the poll whilst I still have sanity. No Scouts. If we're playing Scouts, then the Harvester would kill us. Completely wipe the campaign. Which would be fun to see if I could recover from that. But if it happens in Lantern Year 23, oh no. Oh dear. So this is my favorite campaign. If you've never seen my rankings, I did a rankings with Bra, and we both ranked our favorite campaigns. I just think that People of the Stars is the coolest story. I think it just fires me up like nothing else. It's awesome. It's so awesome. Okay, so in these little ones, which again are from the Broken Token organizers, I have all of these things. We have basic resources, weapon proficiency, strange resources, pattern cards, terrain, vermin, innovations, character cards, armor sets, encounters, basic hunt events, strain fighting arts, strain milestones, etc. So what we need to do now, and I'll just go add encounters, yes. Scouts, no. Seed patterns, wanderers, characters, manifold spread. So let's go Death Drifter. We haven't done him on camera. We've done all the others. No, the whistle's awful. It's awful. You can take the priority target token 1 turn. It's actually okay for the scout if he's a long way away. Okay, I think that's it. So let's create the campaign, the jukebox, because we're going to be dishing out all the hits. Boom. And then we'll do some votes, or we'll come up with some names. Okay, so let's do our character deck. We won't need to do this for a little while, but got a zoom set up here. Yeah. Legendary Hollow is not, but we will be using Legendary Hollow. Here she is. It's perfect. So yeah, we're going to use Legendary Hollow, but she will get added. I actually asked the guy who does all those if he's going to get added soon, and she will. He's actually in Australia at the moment, the dude who makes all the white box content. So I was like, where are you, man? We should catch up and play. Okay, so I bought the Stonewrecker card, which is just a crazy waste of money for a character card. Hey, Nick. But I'm definitely using that. Okay, so this is the new musical instrument one. That's an impairment. That's an impairment. That's a new musical instrument one. So we're definitely going those. I'll just slide the rest of them together. Abilities, impairment. We're not using the red. Fucking hell, she was broken last... last campaign. We're definitely using the soloist. That's an instrument one. Yeah, Chuckle, I really can't wait for Campaigns of Death. I think it'll be fantastic for just having a... And First Hero as well was going to be really great. Really great. He's in Melbourne, so he's a 3-hour flight from me. So yeah, not that close. Legendary. Okay, we're not using these. Red Survivalist term. Hello there, slangers. Welcome to you. Okay, so maybe I'll put up this. Okay, so yeah, fine. I'm sure you can see it. So impairments, we need 4. So we're starting with the Misophonic. You cannot depart with noisy gear. If another departing survivor has noisy gear, or your survival to 0 after applying all bonuses, ignore this impairment if you are deaf. So it's an impairment that has a way out. I like that. The Disinterested. You do not gain departing survival or insanity bonuses. I hate that. Sanctimonious. Let's do Sanctimonious because it's got the Tyrant guy with the Tyrant weapon. We'll definitely do that. So there's 2. Impetuous is awful. The Hunger's fine. It's give 1 strength and the Marrow Hunger impairment. Off key, we do that for sure. Okay, we need 4 of these. So we've got the Hunger, gain a strength in the Marrow Hunger impairment. Sanctimonious, gain a strength, and when you depart, all the survivors lose survival. They're both good. Oh yeah, you can become deaf, and not only can you become deaf, but you can actually put on a helmet that makes you deaf because it blocks your hearing. It's awesome. But these are the 2 new ones from Survivors of Death. Can you actually see that? Have I got the camera? Yeah, okay, I've done an awful job. I'm sorry, everyone. I'll move this over like so. The Misophonic. Off key. So when you depart, if you do not have an instrument in your gear grid, gain a luck token. When you activate an instrument, gain +1 luck token, and all other hearing survivors gain a -1 luck token. So that one's okay. The Misophonic, you cannot depart with noisy gear. Fine. So there's our 4 plus our legendary. Okay, the soloist is awesome. If you're the only departing survivor with an instrument, Well, that won't be the case, because everyone's going to have an instrument. In tune, singing one, the wrecker. So that's, we need 16 more. The parent, yes. The hasty is cool, that's Lolowin, that's 2. The tough 3, the clever 4, the sword 5, queen 6, the watched 7, crabby 8, axe 9, natural healer 10, versatile 12, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, I'll put soloist in, but it's not really a good one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So we need 4 more. Last stand, no. The spear, no. The lithe, no. The shadow, no. Berserker. We'll take that one because you need it for one of the things. Yeah, we're doing Atlas. The Ardent, that's fine. Let's do the Mad and the Adventurer. Cool. Character cards done. Boop. So now I like to just grab out the armor sets that we actually need. Vagabond, no. Clothed and Satiated, no. As sad as it is. Marchioness, no. Leather armor, Rawhide. The Refined Lantern armor is a possibility. Screaming armor, no. Alpha armor, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, I did include Krabby, yes. White Lion armor, that'll get a lot of use. Silk armor, no. Green armor, no. Screaming Sun armor, Rolling armor, Brawling armor, Dancer armor. Cycloid Scale, yes. Death King, no. Singing armor, yes. Singing armor is glorious. Can't wait for singing armor. Okay, so we need this little thing, which is encounters. We need our basic hunt events. So let's include, so we've got, you have 12 random hunt events in your deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we've got Baby in the Sword, Golden Dagger, Sword in the Stone, Object of Desire, Dead Swordsman, and Exquisite Aroma. We'll look at those. Let's do this deck here for the moment. Noodling we don't need. Bone Eaters we do need. Forest Gate we do need. Sky Fishing, Spirit Grove, no. So, we'll just put our Bone Eaters up here, as well as those. So, Exquisite Aroma is the fish with the delicious fish. Dead Warrior is, you can get Blackguard style. Object of Desire is the Lonely Tree one, so we'll put that in. Sword in the Stone is Excalibur. We can get that, but you can also die. Golden Dagger is fun. Baby in the Sword. So, which ones do you want to see? I'll put them up here and slide them off, just in case you haven't seen. Oh, we need to move that across. Card display. Card display. You can do all of it, but yeah, so there's Sword in the Stone. Do we want to see that one? Baby in the Sword can summon the Harvester. Yes, quite terrible for us. Golden Dagger gets you Obsession and Dead. The Tyrant can summon a Harvester as well, yes. It's terrible. This instrument plan is awful, and I'm so excited for it. I think Golden Dagger's fun. I don't think we've used that in a while, so let's put Golden Dagger in. Baby in the Sword, I'll let you guys decide. Dead Warrior, Blackguard style. We are going to be using normal survivors, so I think having some good secret fighting arts is good. Exquisite aroma. The fish. I love the fish. Let's include the fish, and we won't include the baby and the sword because I'm not a criminal. So we drop 4 of these out of our hunt deck. And we'll just leave a couple of them up here just in case. And now we are going to do our strains. Exactly. So I complain about this all the time, that strains just don't really work when it comes to Ark Survivors. But it's so good. It's so good when you're playing just these guys. So we've got a number of these to use. Okay, so Backstabber is awesome, and it's good with daggers. Oh, look at this. If you have Hoarder or Secretive Disorder, increase the range of your perfect hits by 1, and Obsession, gaining it gets you Secretive. Oof, it's good. Soaring Advance feels so good when you have Scream God. So good. Have I set this up? So I think Soaring Advance is an absolute yes. We'll include that. Convalescer. Sympathy and Tenure. If you use bandages, all of your attacks gain the club keyword. Whenever you remove bleeding tokens, gain survival or add armor points. Increase this benefit by 1. I've always felt that one was a little bit loose on description, because don't you add armor points when you depart? So do you just gain extra armor points? It feels very strong. Okay, Rolling Gate. We do have a good bow. We actually have 2 good bows because of the thing you want. Infinite Lives, I'm gonna nix. We're not gonna do Infinite Lives. Sword Oath is always a classic. Stockus, I'm gonna nix. Giant's Blood, I'm gonna nix. Yeah, Infernal Rhythm is a definite with the instruments. Agility Fighter, I love. Shielderang, I love. Let's include Shielderang. I do like both of those. Cool. Okay, so we're taking out Backstabber. So we've definitely got Infernal Rhythm and Soaring Advance. So of these... Hey, Zance! Thank you, mate. It was a fun experience. And I enjoyed spending time with all those people. It was nice to be able to paint cool toys with cool people. So Shielderang I just love. I have not got it in a campaign in a while, so I think I'm putting Shielderang in. Rolling Gate with flinch tokens is mad fun. Maybe we'll go Convalescer. I don't think I've ever used it. So we've got 1 more to choose from out of these 4. Let's ditch Sword Oath. And let's do a poll. So we got a last strain. What did I press there? Dano, stop it. Rolling Gate. Armored Fist. Add an option. Add an option. Agility Fighter. And Ethereal Pact. Oh, I've done a tip. That's fine. I don't care. You can decide which one we go for. I have, at this point in time, got a few left to complete. It's a good question, actually. I think probably it would be a way to get a fifth one in. So these are the 4 strains that I have not been able to unlock. Cross Counter, Curse Conductor, Beginner's Luck, and Dark Manifestation. How do you unlock them? By the way, this is how I add this blind rocker thing. There's 4 survivors with instruments in their gear grid perish during a single lantern year. We could unlock it this campaign. All right, yeah, so this one is tricky. A crazed survivor witnesses a settlement with cannibal eyes endeavor 8 times at sacrifice in a single lantern year. That is hard to do. That is very hard to do. Graves is generally a better choice with normal guys. To get 8 endeavors means you need to have like 4 tinkers or cooking and tinkers and collective toil. And then you need to get a crazed survivor and you need to do 8 sacrifices. It's just like a tricky one. And you get dark manifestation. Settlement with Protect the Young. Shan't be happening. A survivor witnesses their partner vanish from history during Scribe's book. I've come close to that. I had an opportunity to re-roll a result, and I chose not to. And then this one is a chance for this campaign, actually. A survivor with Rageaholic and Berserker consumes a frenzy drink. We can add cross counter. So, cool. So that's the ones we're chasing. That's fun. Don't need those. Don't need those. Seed patterns next. Cool. All right. Looks like it is going to be a little bit of agility fighter, is it? Cool. Agility fighter's fun. I do like that. Okay, so that's almost done. All right, seed patterns. So Seeker Lantern is just a seed. This is a new one. Mass Immune. The Cleaner Bird Cloak. This is a wild seed pattern. Keeping it, keeping it, keeping it, keeping it. Black Knight, you are out. Gambler out. Lonely Tree stays. Black Knight gone. Antelope gone. Gambler, Scout. Spinal Sickle, let's get it. Screaming Antelope, oh, no Durandal. Smoggos, yes. No Crimson Croc. Atlas we're keeping. Phoenix, no. White Lion, Kingsman, no. That requires 2, that's a no. No Butcher. Atlas we're keeping. Sunstalker we're keeping. King, Antelope Phoenix, Frog Dog Phoenix. So those are all out. No, Xantz, I said it just before. I will talk about the show for as long as anyone wants to hear, because I have not been able to talk about it for 4 months. I was there in April, and it has been literal torture to not be able to talk about the show since then. So now people are finally getting to see it, and I can talk about it, and I'm just thrilled to bits. So let's talk about it all you want, mate. Let's just talk about it all the time. And yes, this is absolutely Kingdom Death. It is one of my favourite games. It's actually my #1 favourite game. So yeah, I love it. So we don't need those. We don't need that. What was my least favourite thing to paint in Miniature Masters? Good question. I liked all the models. I liked all the models that I painted. What was my least? That's a hard question. Probably the day that I found hardest was the duel with Aaron. It was the most satisfying. It was the one I cared about the most because I didn't want to let him down. But it was also probably the hardest. My favourite piece is easy. It's the one I can't tell you about yet. But least favourite, yeah, tricky one. Because I loved painting Typhus. He's a cool model. I loved painting the bust. That was nice. Episode 3 was the dragon. The dragon was tough actually. The dragon was a big swing. It was a full swing for the fences to try and go for that. Yes, it releases Wednesday night, our time, the finale. Oh, that's really exciting. I've said on my stream a number of times that the thing that I was hoping would happen was that it would inspire people to want to paint, because I love painting. I love painting my toys, and it's just been such a wonderful hobby for me. So yeah, I'm really happy that that's happened for people. All right, pattern cards. Some patterns. The resonance headset we might need. We don't need pulverizing star. We will need that maybe. Impermanism, no. Heartstop arrows, no. Pariah, no. Smoggos. Discordian. Harmonica. Those are both people of the sun. I've heard good things about Trench Crusade. People keep telling me that I should look into it with all of my free time. Screaming God, no regalism. We're not doing glow. That could turn up. That won't. Don't need gatherism. We've really got to give gatherism a proper crack, haven't we? We have not even come close to experiencing gatherism. We've done a terrible job with gatherism in all of the campaigns we've done with it. I don't think I've never done Virit Grove. Chuckle, I'm glad to hear that, mate. I'm glad that you throw yourself into it, even if it's challenging. Good for you. It is definitely it's definitely a skill that you can learn. Bobo, Alex Kinwild was his name, Toowoomba resident. Bobo, funny guy. He ended up moving to the UK, I think, and did some crazy stuff over there. What a crazy guy. Okay, we'll keep this little tray ready to go because we are going to add to it some stuff. Yeah, the models do look really good in Trench Crusade. I will definitely say that. We don't need anything for the White Lion. He doesn't have any special stuff. Oh, but we'll keep him out because we have to fight him. No scouts. That's nice, actually. Sunstalker. What is this? Oh, this is a new People of the Sun thing. Broken Prism Lantern. That's cool. Haha, sorry, Death Reaper. Hello to you. Hope you're doing well. Innovations. We do need Shadow Dancing. We do need Filleting Table. So we add some Fighting Arts to the deck. We add Salt Sculpture to the Terrain section. None of these. We need those. We don't need the Corpse Lily. That's an innovation we don't need. 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 And they're all stuff we don't need. Cool, so we've got terrain, strange resources, innovations, disorders, and fighting arts that we need to add for everyone. Oh, Zance, that's actually a really good question. I've talked on some of my painting streams recently that it was actually one of the most challenging parts of the show for me, was actually sitting down at a table with unfamiliar paints, unfamiliar, just everything was brand new, and I wasn't used to it. That was a challenge. That was a big challenge. But one of the reasons why the judges said, "Oh, Deno, you've played it very safe," was because I just wanted to get used to the equipment. I wanted to spend a little bit of time becoming familiar with how the paint would work, how the airbrush would work, all that stuff. I really just wanted time so that I could start to then stretch myself a little bit later on, which I'm sure you've seen through the show was probably a pretty good decision to go on the quiet, on the early on. Is there some Concord innovation in here? Probably in this thing. Amalia, yeah, we are going to play some Kingdom Death together. We're going to have a great time. Fighting art, fighting art, fighting art, innovation, strange, terrain, disorders. We will. She's only got, or she wants to play on the simulator. So we'll try that. But I'm excited to judge the painting stuff for the Discord with Amalia. It's going to be great. Did they make me out to be the villain? I said to him, so I said some stuff early on which didn't make the final cut, which was actually quite funny. And they edited it out, and I was like, oh man, you've ruined my villain arc. Pretty funny. Now that was actually a good decision by me, because it was hard. It was hard slog going for the those paints for the first time. Oh yes, I love this campaign. Oh, I love it so much. Terrain, we need him for that. Those we need. Cool. Yeah, so the paints I probably use 3 colors more than anything else. I use AK 3rd generation as the primary colors I use. And then I have a lot of contrast paints that I use. And then the other one I use a lot is Chimera. So all 3 of those paint ranges I like, because they're just really vibrant colors. They're really punchy. Hey Paul, how are you? But you can use anything. You can use any paint range. It's very much a misconception that you need to go and buy new paints to be good. You don't. You need to practice with your paints. I am using the Redgrass lamp now. They sent me one for free, which is amazing. I have said this on my streams that I think it's a fantastic product, but I can't make a determination as to whether that product is worth the price for you. Whether or not it's worth the price of admission, I can't make that call, but I can wholeheartedly recommend the product. So you can make a decision for yourself if you want to spend, because I don't know where you're from, but it's quite expensive, the product. I think it's like 450 Australian dollars, which is outlandish. Everyone should go follow Paul. He's doing a Kingdom Come Deliverance video today. I think, or very soon, which I'm awaiting eagerly because it is designed by Vlada Shvatil, who is just one of my absolute goats. I think that is today. That might only be for Patreons. Yeah, €280. It's an expensive product, there's no doubt. It's the best light I've ever had. I can say that unreservedly. Oh, excellent. It's the best light I've ever had. I can say that for a fact. And yeah, it's just a matter of whether it's worth it for you. It's versatile as well. It's got like you can angle things in a different way, and it's very good. Okay, I think we're good. Also, if you're interested, my friend, he's not actually my friend. I've watched him for a long time, and so I feel friendly with him. Slicker Drips. His name's Tom. He actually posted a Kingdom Death campaign uh, last night. He started a Kingdom Death campaign, which is so exciting. I'm so stoked for him. He's been talking about it for ages, so that's fun. That's amazing, Paul. I'd love to be able to sit down and play some games with you one day, and Tom one day. So I've watched you for years, so I feel like I know you, but of course, I'm sure you get that all the time, and I'm sure it makes you feel very uncomfortable. It makes me feel uncomfortable sometimes. People will come up to me from the miniature painting world, and they'll be like, "Hey, Dano," and I've just got no fucking idea what their name is. I'll be like, "Oh, hey, man," and just got no clue. Sometimes they realise, and they're like, "Oh, yeah, I'm so and so. We've talked online." It's like, okay, man. I get 400 messages a day. Sure. But yeah. All right, so that is that. These are my fighting arts. Oh, that's nice, Paul. I'm glad. I think most of the time I'm pretty good socially, but every now and then I hit a limit where I've had just enough socialization, and that's when I think I struggle the most, is those times. So we're going to go into changing our content now, and we're going to add our fighting arts for our strain fighting arts. So we need agility fighter, which I think is Survivors of Death 1. Excellent call, Dano. We need convalescer, which I think is Echoes 2. Oh, you're on fire. Shielderang is Echoes 2 as well. Infernal Rhythm is Echoes 2 was a banger. And Soaring Advance, Survivors of Death 3. 2. Yeah. The airbrush was really good. So we used 2 airbrushes on the show, Xance. The first one was the Ultra, and the second one was the better version, the expensive one. I can't remember that, Infinity maybe. I literally only use the Ultra during the show because when you're quite experienced with the airbrush, the nozzle size and the tip size, it doesn't actually matter. You can do basically everything with that brush. And so I didn't need to switch to the fine detail one to do fine details, which was cool. We don't need language, we don't need that. Yeah, so I would highly recommend the Ultra. I think it's a fantastic product. And I have said many times, I'm not a shill. I will not promote something unless I genuinely believe in it. I have rejected offers for free stuff all the time because I've told people I will happily take your free things, but if I don't like your product, I'm not going to promote it. And I've had many companies say, okay, thank you for letting us know. We will not be sending you any product. Cool. I support your decision. So yeah, you can basically trust that if I say I believe in something, if I promote it, it's a product that's worth at least looking at for me. That's our starting 6. Yeah. Cool. I do know. They may or may not be some of the people that I said that to, and they decided not to send me products, which is fine. It might not be that they don't believe in their products. It might just be that they don't want to gamble sending money out to people and then have it not go anywhere. Yeah, that's a good carcass. I think it was a really good product. I've got a lot of good things to say about the Ultra. And the other one too. The other one was great. I've used that since I got home. But I just don't have a call for that much detail very often. I don't need to use a detail airbrush ever, basically, unless you're trying to do crazy stuff, which I'm not. Okay. Well, it wasn't me. Go me. Good decision. Okay. Well, just another black mark against AI for me. The Squidmar brushes are great. Squidmar brushes are great. We had to use those in the show, but they were actually a breeze. I found those the easiest thing to use to learn in the show. White jiggle iron. Here's all my lion stuff. Yeah, that is a really feel bad moment right there for that company. And if that is blowing up negatively, I think that is fair and reasonable. Okay, so this is my white lion hit locations deck. AI. We need a white lion. I haven't fought a white lion in forever. How good. Is there 3 white lion IRs? Oh, that's right, because what's the name adds one. Okay, let's go. Was it annoying? Oh, look, annoying is not the right word. It was just part of the experience. We had to do it. We knew it was going to happen. Don't need that book. Do need that book. Do need that book. Don't need Slendy. Don't need Spidicules. Don't need DBK. Don't need Nucleope. I do need the Dragon King book. Don't need Black Knight. Don't need Lion God. Lonely Tree just in case. No Red Witches. No Gorm. No Manhunter. Screaming God, yes. Froggo, no. Pariah, no. Cool. Yeah, if that is what the case of what happened, that is a very unfortunate look for that company. But I haven't seen that with my own eyes, so I will not throw anyone under the bus for now, till I can confirm that that is what has happened for myself. Sarsaparilla. Do need that one. Don't need that. Let's go up here. All right, we're getting close. We might do a prologue tonight. That's exciting. Prologue White Lion. All right, we're still not finished setup. We've got a few things to do. This camera over here will tell us a story. Where does it tell me to set up the white line prologue? I haven't done this in forever. There it is. First story, the white line. Claw, chomp, size up, power swat, grasp. Chomp, power swat, size up, grasp, claw. And then maul, terrifying, roar, and enraged. Maul, terrifying, roar, and enraged. There is me starting deck. We have claw on top. I can't see the link, mate. And on top of this, we need to get rid of the jigger line one if it's in here. It is the gigantic pendulous paunch. And we need to put the beast's hand on top. Strange hand. Yeah. I've actually got them into my deck. Yeah, I'm going to use them. I think that's fun. Adding some little potency to the white line. Why not? I don't think I've got links disabled, mate. I think links are... I shouldn't have it disabled. Maybe I do. Okay. Close. I don't think we need to do anything else in here. Timeline. Okay. Endless Screams, Outcast, Tyrant. Yes. Death Drifter, very good. So we don't have a Phoenix Feather. We have Under the Sun, we have Tyrant level 2. Principal. Okay, so why does it reckon we have a Butcher level 2 there? That can't be right, surely. Yeah, so we're going to change this one. Yeah, Zance, the judges were just the most lovely guys. Honestly, they were stars. They were absolute wonderful people. Atlas 2, I guess. They were amazing. I would say that if anyone thinks that the judges weren't doing everything they could to get us to be successful, then the editing is to blame, because all of the time the judges spent with us was trying to help us be better. And particularly, yeah, okay, thanks, Slangers. Particularly Andy, who I've spent a long time with. This should work when I post it, surely. There you go. Yeah, Andy, who I've spent time with before. To be able to catch up with Andy again after something like 7 or 8 years, and then spend 2 weeks with him in Sweden, it was just the best. Oh, he is the most lovely, funny, inspirational guy. Really, really, just a delight. And Borja was my favourite new experience. Getting to know Borja was just, he told one of the funniest stories I've ever heard in my life. Just a crazy story. One night when we were out having Italian, he just told this story and I lost the plot. It was the best. I can't repeat it. It was so funny. Oh, good, good, Borja. You wonderful man. Okay, so we need to put Atlas here in Lantern Year 13, Atlas level 2. That's a big ask. He doesn't come in at level 2. And what's Atlas's story event? I think it's Endless Gifts. Is that Lantern Year 8? Let's check that out. Passion is a great way to describe Borja. He's passionate. He's Spanish. If you've never met a Spanish person, they're always passionate and fiery. And Borja was just so dedicated to making the show the best it could be. He just wanted everyone to do well. Sometimes, and this is another factor that you need to keep in mind. Unwanted gifts. Borja's native language is not English, so for him to express how he feels about a piece, he's always struggling to find the right words, and so sometimes he overuses words like disappointed because he maybe doesn't have the English way to describe it. It's not his first way of describing it. I'm sure if he was talking in Spanish, he'd be able to use much more, powerful and words that had conveyed more of what he was trying to say. So always take that with a grain of salt. Add unwanted gifts to Lantern Year 6. No, not settlement events. He did, and it should be noted that it wasn't just Andy, and it wasn't just that thing. Every time the judges were trying to help us. Okay. I'm sure your English is far better than my Italian, John. So we need to add Death of Song here. Good. We've got the Screaming God stuff in there. We've got Unveil the Sky. Yeah, I'm gonna just be what should that be? Nemesis level 2. I'm confused by this. Let's find the Dragon King book. Yeah, Paul, I was watching your rankings video today, and you did talk about Kingdoms Forlorn as something that you couldn't stop thinking about. So I'm excited to see where that goes for you. Kingdom Death is very clearly the progenitor of what Kingdoms Forlorn and Aeon Trespass Odyssey turned into. I think that Kingdoms Forlorn and Aeon Trespass Odyssey iterate on Kingdom Death in a lot of ways that make for a better experience, but actually sometimes miss the thing that makes Kingdom Death beautiful and crazy. So Kingdom Death is roguelite. It is always just going to be very different every time you experience it. ATO and Kingdoms Forlorn have a very structured progression series of things that occur during the game. So you do get a more balanced experience, but sometimes I think that's actually for the detriment of the game. But yeah, I love ATO. Cycle 2, 3, 4, 5 get more complex and more interesting. Kingdoms Forlorn, I'm really keen to go into it. It's a roguelike campaign. So what I've been doing tonight is setting up a campaign, which I'll play, which will go for however long it goes for. But you can add in different elements to each campaign. So they have monsters divided into nodes. So you have a node 1 quarry monster and a node 2 quarry monster, and there's about 4 or 5 options for each of those. So, and each of those have different gear. different fighting arts, different disorders. So every time you play the game and you pair together all of these different things, it creates this new experience where you combine gear in different ways. You have survivors that turn into different sort of fighters. It's the fun for me in the game is seeing how all these systems interlock in new and interesting ways. And every time something new comes out, like a new expansion, all of a sudden you've got not just that new content, but how it interacts with every other piece of content in the game. So you get this incredible snowball effect where one expansion might change how 50 other expansions feel. And the downside of ATO is, as much as there is to explore in the game, and the story, the progression is so locked to the timeline that you don't ever get to, have a crazy thing explode and happen for you. So the campaign has a time limit of 30 years. They only ever go for maximum 30 years, lantern years, and each of those, for me early on they take about 45 minutes to an hour for a year. Later on they take about an hour to an hour and a half. So it's probably a good 40 to 50 hours of gameplay to get through a full campaign. You don't often die when you are playing the game after you've experienced it a few times, but the first few times you play, there will be a lot of moments that catch you by surprise that you don't expect, and that's where the roguelike thing sort of comes from, because you will have stuff where you go, okay, well, next campaign, we're definitely not doing that again, because all your characters have died due to this thing that you didn't know was going to happen. Sometimes, very infrequently, it feels bad. Most of the time, it's a fun thing. As an example, the core monster that we're fighting, which is this one here, the white lion, it has a a hit location that you can hit, which is the testicles. So you can hit the lion in the testicles, and if you critical the lion in its testicles, you chop the testicles off. And unsurprisingly, this enrages the lion. The lion gets furious and angry about this. And so from that point on, for the rest of this fight, the lion hits with much more damage. And usually that will be a very bad thing for you to have happen. So you'll have probably your hunting party get defeated. But it's always the funniest thing to happen, because anytime anytime that cut location comes up, you can almost guarantee that you're going to crit it. It's just classic. Always the way. So that says Butcher level 2 in Lantern Year 13, and then in 16 it's Nemesis Encounter level 2, and in 23 it's Nemesis Encounter level 3. Well, that's just ridiculous. I don't want to do multiple Node 1 Nemesis monsters. I'm not doing a Butcher. I'm just going to do Atnus, and then I'll do Atnus, yeah, at like 23. Sure. We'll just do another Atnus. That'll be fine. So yeah, I find Kingdom Death to be the best of those games, personally. It's the only one that I've kept. But I would say that I think ATO and Kingdoms Forlorn are better designed, tighter, more strategic games. But this one just has something magical. And the other one thing I'll say about Kingdom Death that I think sets it apart, ATO has an incredibly written story. It's a beautiful story. It's well written, and I enjoyed reading it. But it did feel at times that I was reading a book. Kingdom Death, and I'll actually show you one right now. I'll show you the Flower Knight story. So the Kingdom Death, you experience the world through the gameplay and through what's happening. So it doesn't ever like feed you narrative. this is the extent of the story you get about a monster, and they're often like maybe 20 lines, sometimes far less, and yet you have this amazing evocative experience reading it. One day the survivors gather around an old crone that had decided to share a secret. In her foolish youth, she had played inside a foul-smelling carved ball, which is a thing from another monster, which if you know is great. Before she knew what had happened, the ball rolled away with her trapped inside. She tumbled in its stomach-churning darkness for what seemed like days. The ball rolled to a sudden halt. She crawled out into a hushed glade. Strange plants twisted up between her grasping fingers and bloomed into lurid colours. It came soundlessly from the trees. Thorny, flowering vines burst from the ground where it tread, and the glade was aglow from its strange light. Although she swore never to reveal her meeting with the strange knight, in her dotage she could not resist the temptation to visit the glade again. The survivors followed her into the dark. Along the way, she told them of the glade's seductive beauty and the wondrous creature that had guarded it. Finally, they reached the gleaming gate that had set the keen survivors' teeth on edge, at once repulsing and pulling at something deep into the pits of their stomach. The crone stood before it, determined. Her old skin sagged further, and her eyes filled with the pain as the gates swung open. Painfully, the crone led them through the shifting forest to the glade. There, on its downy grasses, she lay down. The survivors gathered worriedly around her. With her final breath, a ghostly glowing flower burst from her papery lips, its delicate bloom fragrant with untold power. That is far less writing than is anything in ATO or Kingdoms Forlorn, and yet it makes me feel more than I reckon I felt at any point in ATO. I love it. It hits in a very different way for me. It's the, oh shit, that was dumb. It's the textbook definition of show, don't tell. It just works. Just works so well. Okay, founding stones galore. Yep, it is very vague and very mysterious, and so every time you go out on a hunt, so you go hunting these monsters, the hunt phase, you'll run into different things every time, and those little things will reveal to you bits and pieces about the world. It's just it's special. I really can't stress it. But I do love ATO, and I do love Kingdoms Forlorn. I think I'm gonna get into Kingdoms Forlorn later in the year. Okay. So that is our starting survivors. So that's my White Lion basic action. Don't need anything there. All right, we need to give all of my survivors a +1 accuracy. We need to add some Acid Storm to the timeline. Let's check my game over bonuses, eh? And again, here's another little thing that separates this. So every time you play, okay, see you, Paul. Every time you play the game, every campaign you play through, you get little benefits for the next time you play the campaign. No, I don't think I would play Elden Ring on stream, mate. I'm just not really into computer games. Enormity is one that I am, very interested to. I haven't bought it. I've bought Kingdoms Forlorn, obviously. That's all up there, all painted. But Enormity does look very, very interesting. My biggest problem that I had with Kingdoms Forlorn, because it shipped whenever it shipped, and I think Enormity was going into late pledge at that time, that Kingdom's Forlorn and ATO felt like a very similar game. Very similar gameplay loop. And so when you have ATO and Kingdom Death and Kingdom's Forlorn adding another game that felt like the same gameplay loop didn't really interest me. So I thought I'll wait for some playthroughs, and if need be, I can pick it up in the secondary market. And yeah, it'll be a little bit more expensive, but you know, I'm happy to keep that money for now and make that decision later. So yeah. Survivor Corps terrain card. But I will probably end up on a Normandy because I do want to try some more sci-fi stuff. One Survivor Corpse, one Skull basic resource, which we'll add. I haven't ever played KDM with Mossy. I think she would have fun with it. I think so. One Skull basic resource. Oh, I forgot to tell you that there's actually a reason why I decided to start a new campaign, and it's going to sound like the dumbest reason. I'm so excited for this. Departing survivors on their thing now, we have this functionality, which is we can show per round survival actions on survivors page. This is a new thing that Scribe Guys added. You can now click on dodge on the main screen and it will show you that you've used dodge for the turn. It is going to be the best update for Scribe that has happened ever. It is going to be epic. And I think he's actually working on a way to also, when you press that button, to drop the survivor survival. It's going to be sick. Has he? I don't think he's done it. I'm not going to press it, but yeah. Has he? No. Okay, there you go. So you click it and it shows you you've used it and then you round it. It's the best. It's the best. Okay, we need a 1 damage and a -1 movement. 1 damage. Cool. It's such a good change, yeah. Okay, so everyone's got ocular parasites. Did I give them 1 accuracy? No, you can have an accuracy. You can have an accuracy. It does, yeah, it helps tracking. So it sounds like a small thing, but the amount of stuff that you track in this game is like nothing else. There's just so many tiny little things that you have to track, and anything that reduces the mental load on remembering it, it's just so good. I do have tokens, yeah. I think I've got Glow's survival action tokens, have I? Where are they? Yeah, I've got some survival actions. So we do need to come up with new names, everyone. So this is Alistair, so he's blue. So the theme of this campaign is musicians. Oh, Clinton is the best. It is such a positive. Songs, musicians, anything in that genre, because the whole plan for this campaign is everyone's going to be wielding an instrument at all times. It's going to be the best. It's going to be so awful. There's a very bad thing with instruments, so it's going to be great. Okay, Acid Storm on 3, 7, 13, and 19. Freddie Mercury is a very good one, Yogi. Let's add Freddie into the list. All right, so this can be Freddie. No, let me type here. What are you doing? I've had a bad time with my keyboard tonight. Okay, Freddie Mercury. Okay, we need girls' names because we've only got 2 guys and 2 girls. So Freddie Mercury is number 1. Dead Beat. That's a great book by Jim Butcher. Book number 6 or 7 in the Dresden Files. My favourite, almost my favourite one. Harry Dresden animates a Tyrannosaurus Rex and rides it around. The sickest. Aretha's good. Aretha's good. We might go a Benny Hill theme later on. Yeah, so this can be Aretha Franklin. Oh, what is happening? No, stop that, Deno. Britney Spears, hit me baby one more time. Oh, so good. Britney Spears. I love that. And I think Miles Davis was a good one. Perfect. So yes, so we'll go for things like Taylor Swift, Ed Sheeran, just whatever, right? And then but then we can also go bands. So we can have Starchild from Kiss. We can have Kiss. What else? We're just going to do all sorts of crazy stuff like that. Britney Spears is a gold name for a character in this game. Amy Wine. Oh, that's outstanding. That makes me very happy. What is the time? It is 7:53. Do we play? Yeah, someone said I should do the Beatles as the name of the settlement, and the starting survivors could be John, Paul, Ringo, and whatever the other one is, George, which would be funny. Do we play a prologue right now? I've spent an hour and 30 minutes setting up this campaign. Do we play a prologue? The actual first day won't be too bad because of we're not going to have all of the stuff for Ark survivors. We do. Okay, Slangers has decided. NSYNC Timberland, so good. Elton John, great stuff. Yeah, so we have Foundlings on the first day. We gain Dragon Speech, Throne, Champions Right, Fighting Up. Cool. It's gonna be Mang. Now, excitingly, I've got my new dice from Gen Con. These are the Sunstalker dice. So these are brand new dice that I've never used, which is exciting. We'll find out if they'll join the rotation. Bucks has had a good time in his life the last few months. It's been a lot for Andy over the last few months. Parasite Queen dice, yeah, sorry. Yeah, he's been a bit out of the loop. He's been a bit out of the loop with painting. He hasn't come to any of the painting events recently that have been interstate. So yeah, I haven't seen him much. We haven't had much of a chance to catch up. He's probably got sick of my shit too, you know. I'm an annoying guy to be friends with. Just focus on all of my things. Okay, let's set this bad boy up. Hang on, have I got my... Okay. Here. Here. Oh, that sucks. All right, let's do it this way. Boop. Taylor Swift is going to be good. I've got this view as well, which is not that interesting because that camera is struggling. But yeah. Hello, mate. Thank you. Yes, I know what happens. So sorry, I'm not that excited to watch it because I already know what's going to happen. But it is going to be good. Great question, Militides. So here's some facts about the Lion. The Lion's hit location deck will always have him as a reaction move forwards. So and the white line will always target the closest survivor. So when we're starting, we have to set up closest survivor. We have to set up 6 spaces away. So he's going to pick one of these survivors. We know for a fact that this one is the closest threat, so we get to choose which one. So I'm going to choose him. So he's going to move to here, and then he's going to do his thing, and then it's going to be turnover. At this point, I will do his attack next, and then he'll move to the side. And then the other survivors will go one after another into the blind spot, knowing that the lion always moves forward. So if he moves forward, these 2 positions will still be in range to attack if he does move forward. So there you go. I have 6-ish cameras or more. So first of all, the camera that you're looking at is just a Logitech webcam. Cheap as shit, but it actually looks great for my face cam. This camera that you're looking at here is a Panasonic Lumix G85. This camera here is a Panasonic Lumix G95, only because they stopped making the G85. This camera here is a Sony camcorder that I've had for a long time. I don't know what it is. This camera here is another Logitech, but this is a Brio, the 4K camera. So this is my card cam. This camera here is another Logitech Brio, but it's just going a little bit too far. It's got a lot of noise happening there, so I don't like that. And that is all my cameras. There you go. I have 2 more cameras in the in my drawer, but they're just camcorders and they're only 1080p, so they don't look that good. But I might change that one to be one of the camcorders. I might change this one to be one of the camcorders. I reckon we get a better shot. The painting one that I have is a Sony AX33 camcorder. Does up to 4K, and that one's important to have a good quality picture. So, okay, I think I've shuffled these, but we'll just do it again. So shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Yeah, no, please ask any of those questions. I just forget about it. I get so excited about playing that I forget to talk strategy, but I can absolutely, usually, articulate why. We just put in a new kitchen, actually. We just did a new kitchen this week. It finally got finished today. So take from that what you will. Okay, so we know the cards that are on top. We know the line where he starts. He's there. Let's just depart. Okay, let's go. For the Prologue white line. And we have Aretha Franklin, Britney Spears, Freddie Mercury, and Miles Davis. Cool. Prologue white line. We're underway. And this is a People of the Stars campaign. So if you haven't seen People of the Stars, this is my favorite campaign because we're also playing bingo. This is our constellation chart here. And what you're trying to do is combine or get 4 in a row of these attributes. And if you get 4 in a row, you gain this constellation. So you become a People of the Stars, which is what the name of it is. And it is unreal. Okay, we're underway. So the white line is going to go. He is going to do this action. The first thing he does is he's going to pick the closest threat in facing in range. I'm sorry to say, Miles Davis, yes, everyone has +1 accuracy because of ocular parasites, which is why they all have 1 accuracy. So Miles Davis is our target. The white lion is going to move forward. He's only 5 speed, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, into Miles Davis, who is standing right here. The white lion has 2 speed, 2 accuracy. So we're going to roll 2 dice. We roll 4 and a 7, so that's 2 hits. We then roll these 2 dice to find out where we have been hit. So Miles has been hit in the body and the boots. Body and the boots. And that's it for the line. Oh, sorry, I lied. It's 2 damage. So that's going to knock us down. Miles Davis. This is called Kingdom Death Monster, my friend. This is one of the craziest games of all. So he's knocked down. Poor Miles Davis. Okay. It's our turn now to dance. I need to put things here. Gonna be okay. Da-do-do-do, just dance. Spin that record, babe. Green, white, blue, red. Okay, so he's knocked down. So let's do... I'm actually just going to change... Yeah, it has -1 accuracy. Sorry, -1 movement. I'm going to put that there. Okay, so the dude in blue, he's going to pick up that survivor corpse. So he'll roll a dice on the survivor corpse. He gets a Lantern 10. What a great start for the new dice. What a great start for the Parasite Queen dice. It's so good. We get a skull. He gets 3 accuracy. Good on you, Freddy. And we'll give Brittany an insanity as well. I'm already loving these names. Gain 3 insanity, 1 skull basic resource. Okay, Freddy. Let's do Britney Spears now. I think, do we throw the stone? We know that the strange hand is on top. Sure, let's throw the stone. We're going to throw Britney's stone. It's gone. We do a wound to the strange hand. You may spend 1 survival to treasure this moment and gain a permanent strength. Stone thrown. Permanent strength. She'll then move 1, 2 here. We're going to move this chick 1, 2, 3 into the blind spot. We're going to, for this moment, we'll just do the wound. We're going to try fist and tooth. It's an okay start. We'll try fist and tooth. It is a persistent injury. Yeah, lost hand. Okay, fist and tooth, hitting on 7s goes to 6s because we're in the blind spot. That's a Lantern 10 and an 8. Oh, I'm telling you, these Parasite Queen dice are fucking loving Big Deno. All right, there's a Beast Chest and a Beast's Temple. So the Beast Chest has a failure reaction, which is it moves forward. So, as what I was saying before, the Beast Temple has a failure action, which is basic action. So we don't want to fail that one first, because then that would turn him around, attack us, and then if we fail this one, he'll then run over the top of us. So we do this one first, and then if he runs away, we don't have to roll on this one. Again, strategy. Wizard. So this guy's only toughness 6, so this is a 6+, so it's a 50-50. But if we 9 or a 10, we get a critical wound. So we 10, critical wound. Now what is exciting is that this card says, you strike at the White Lion Stout Heart, gain a random White Lion resource, and will then follow that up with, if you roll another dice and you roll a 10, the White Lion dies instantly. So we've picked ourselves up a Lion Claw. Can we roll a 10? It's an 8. Oh, that would have been so good. So we've done 1 wound there. I've marked that off. Excellent. All right, and then the next one, let's try the red version of this. So again, 9 to 10 to wound, 6 to crit, or 6 to wound. It's an 8, so we wound. Okay. We did go with the Parasite Pillar, yeah. So if I cough a severe injury, we're in trouble. Okay. So this guy's going to be the target. We know that because he has the closest. She's not going to be a target. And we don't want her to be the target because she's got no survival to dodge. So, all right, the card we flip is... Oh, it's the closest knockdown survivor. Miles Davis is in big trouble. Oh, big trouble. Miles Davis. Miles Davis, he's knocked down. He can't attack. We don't have encourage yet. Okay, so unfortunately, Miles Davis is going to be the target of this attack. And it's only 1 speed though, so that's good. So we can actually dodge this, which is a very good thing. What would be better though is if he rolled a 1. No. We'll spend a survival on Miles to dodge. Oh, so good. Because we've dodged that attack, we ignore the after damage effects, which is the white line does a grab. So that's it. That is the end of his turn. It's now our turn, so Miles Davis stands up. Okay. So we probably want to do Miles first. Yeah, the instruments is a very awful plan, but what happens, some of the instruments have pretty cool effects, but if you roll a 1 in 100, you get your entire party dies. So that's good. Can we not grab with that? No, it's just lost hand. We can still grab with that. There's another one that is you can't grab. That one just says if there's a lost hand. Trigger. Okay, we might do Miles Davis. I want to try and keep my things as long as possible. That's in the wrong spot, don't I? So let's maybe throw a stone with Miles. You're okay, mate. Don't ever apologise. We're all having fun. Yeah, let's throw a stone with Miles. He's got a stone, and that's going to prevent a running forward on a failure. So we flip. No jaw. The blow destroys the white line's jaw. It's a persistent injury. On a 1d10, on a result of a 5+, the white line's jaw flies off its face. Gain a courage and a survival. Oh, we roll a 1. But we still do a wound. So Miles will then go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, we don't want him that far away. We just want him there. And let's do Aretha. So Miles is gone. Aretha Franklin. So Aretha's in the blind spot. She'll swing with Fist and Tooth. Let's go Aretha. Oh, 2 misses. She'll then move away. We'll then send this guy in. 1, 2, 3, 4 to there. And he will use Fist and Tooth in the blind spot. 1 perfect hit, a Lantern 10. This is Freddie Mercury. He's got a skull. Okay. So 6 to wound and 9 to crit. That's a critical. The white line gains a -1 accuracy token. It's fun. We're having a good time. Good on you, Freddie. Good on you, Freddie Mercury. Some great cat bones to join the collection. We'll now go Britney Spears. She'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And she'll swing with Fist and Tooth in the rear. A 5 and a 5. That's 2 misses. Ah, Britney. Britney, baby, one more time. That's a shame. She would have been 5s to wound. Okay. So now we have 1, 2 movement to get to there, and then that will be fine for everyone to get into the right positions to do attacks. She's got a survival left, so she can dodge. He doesn't have a survival left, so we know what we're looking for. We don't want this to be enraged. Power SWAT. Oh, it's the closest threat in facing, so it is going to be Miles Davis. It is only 1 speed though. Nice. Okay, Power SWAT, 1, 2, 3, 4 will go there, I think. So this is a 1 speed attack. It's now hitting on a 3+. On a 3+. It's a Lantern 10. So he is going to get power swatted. The hit location, which is doing 3 damage, is to the body. Miles Davis has a severe injury. No, Miles! So first of all, we'll roll the severe injury. We roll an 8. Then we're going to roll the Manus Mandala. Okay, the body severe injury is 8, a broken rib. Oof, it's tough. It's tough for Miles Davis. He gains a bleeding token. All right, and now on a 9+, we get a free parasite resource. Oh, it's a 5. Come on, you idiot. Okay, and now, the moment you've all been waiting for. And he then gets flung backwards. Boo! So we've got 4 wounds left. We haven't hit a trap yet. We have rolled some good dice. I say we continue that. So we'll go 1, 2 into the blind spots. And she'll swing with fist and tooth. 2 misses. Boo. We'll go in with, let's go with Brittany. 1, 2, 3, 4. Brittany hasn't had a crack yet with her. She's got 1 hit on you, Brittany. Hit me, baby, one more time. All right, so there is a failure. Oh, no. So if he moves full forward in a straight line, cancel all hits now out of range. Could be bad. Could be bad. Did that knock him down? Actually, the power swat? No, it did not. So he's going to cop a grab. Okay, so critical on a 9 and wounding on a 5. Critical. He gains another -1 accuracy token. That's a speed token, Deno. You want accuracy? There you go, mate. All right, so we're at -2 accuracy now for this guy. Okay, we'll go 1, 2, 3, 40 here. And he will swing. We'll actually use Founding Stone for this because we want the accuracy. So he's hitting on 6s. A 6 and an 8. 2 hits for Freddie Mercury. Freddie Mercury. Freddie Mercury. We'll do this one. So this has no downsides to its wound reaction. Critting on a 10 and wounding on a 5. Oh, I'll use the good dice again. That's a 10. So that's a critical. This says the monster's knocked down on a 1 to 9, or on 10 he dies in the next turn. So he's knocked down. So we're going to not do this reaction from failure anyway, but we'll probably just crit it anyway. No, we fail, but that's okay. I haven't done Miles Davis this turn, have I? Miles will go in. He got power swatted. He wasn't knocked down. He's -1 speed though, so, and he's got no thing. So fist and tooth for Miles. Miles misses. All right, what is the card that Miles has to contend with? It is closest knockdown survivor. No, closest survivor in range. Perfect. So we can choose. It doesn't say closest survivor in field of view. G'day, Ravensire. So we might actually go with Freddy because this is only 1 speed. The accuracy is now 4+ because of the 2 minus things. It's a 2. He misses. You are an idiot, Lion. You are such an idiot. Okay, I need to do 2 wounds. I will. It is a hit. Yes. 3+. There's no reactions to that. Go, Miles Davis. It's a 9. He criticals as well. He's he's on fire, Deno. He can't be stopped. Okay, it's basic action. Yeah, closest survivor in field of view. Okay, so it's still exactly the same, but he's an extra speed. So this one, first one missed, that one hit. This is 2 damage to the head. We will dodge that with Freddie Mercury. So Freddie Mercury has no damage. Okay, we just got to do 1 wound. Let's get in there with Miles Davis in the... Freddie Mercury can go to here and he'll attack. Fist and Tooth. Let's go, Freddie. 2 misses. Miles Davis will go into the blind spot, and he's only 1 speed. He misses. Aretha Franklin goes into the blind. She's 2 speed, hitting on 6s. She hits once. We only need 1. There is a failure reaction, which is a Beast's Temple. We do fail. So we're going to perform basic action targeting her. So he turns around to face her. It's -2 accuracy on this. So it needs 4s to hit. She can't dodge, even though she has a survival to dodge. So 2 hits. These are both 2 damage apiece. Boots and boots. So we've got a severe injury on Aretha Franklin, who is knocked down on her boots. Come on, Reef. Severe injury on Aretha Franklin. She rolls an 8 on the legs. Aretha, a broken leg. Adjacent survivors suffer 1 brain damage. That won't mind because that won't trigger anything. And suffer -1 permanent movement. Aretha. At first she was afraid. She was petrified. No, not broken rib, Deno. Broken leg. She kept, I could never live without you by my side. Oh, I spent so many nights just thinking how you did me wrong, and I grew strong. So we'll send in Brittany, and she's going to hit baby 1 more time with Fist and Tooth. Oh, Brittany's hit twice. No, once. We only need 1. Come on, Brittany. Oh, you need to do this, Brittany. Let's go to the blue. I still don't trust these Parasite Queen dice enough yet. It's a 7! Brittany Spears finishes the job. Oh, outstanding. What a fantastic performance. Oh, hang on. We had a broken leg. We've got to roll a 9 to see if we get a Parasite. We use the Parasite Queen dice. So on a 9+, we get a Parasite Queen thing. It's a 10! Oh, it's the best day ever. What a great decision to do this tonight. Oh, that's Smoggo's, Deno. What are you doing, you dickhead? Where's me Parasite Queen cards? Is that it? Yes. Okay, thanks to Manus Mandala, we draw 1 of these at random, and we finished the fight in the turn after that happened, so it doesn't matter a jot. Unless it's something that's like you automatically die. The Duplicitous Manus, I do not have a weapon on my gear grid, so that's fine, she wasn't attacking anyway. Alright, Duplicitous Manus, it's a hide. Fantastic. So we gain 4 White Lion resources, and we gain 4 basic resources from this showdown. And we gain 1 Hunt XP. So, Love Juice would be delightful, as always. Perfect Bones, also fine. Love Juice, Love Juice. Oh. Yeah, no, Caterium sucks. And then 4 of these. Do we want a Cat's Eye Circlet? Do we want to play that way? Probably not. I don't want to play that way. Golden Whiskers. Oh, is that a catgut bow? Sinew, that's a catgut bow. And we got the bones. Oh, we might have a bow. That's nice. White fur and a lion tail. Cool, a good haul for our first hunt. And we only used 2 stones. The stones are always a bit more of a risk in this fight. Like normally you can just play with that guy forever. Yeah, Whisker Harp. Yes, we're going to make a Whisker Harp. We have to. Oh, I'm playing all instruments all the time. Okay, yeah, so the whole theme of this, Clinton, is we're just going to have an instrument on every person, on every hunt. It's a terrible plan. So we have to do the first day. So this is always the first settlement event. And here it is. Here's one I prepared earlier. The first day. Roll 1d10 to determine the amount of survivors we have. A 7+ here would get us 10 unnamed survivors, which would put us at 14, which would be delightful. 7+. It's a 6. That's okay. It's 8 unnamed survivors. So we will actually just go with unnamed for now. Unnamed. And we'll name some of them when we get character cards. Yeah, there's going to be so many good names. You did prepare very well. So we can copy this survivor. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, just in case we get character cards, we will name some of them. We will name some of them for sure. So we have 12 survivors in the settlement right now. 4 starting and 8 is 12. That's cool. Okay, we're over here. Foundlings. We should be able to zoom in a little bit here, Dano. There we go. So we gain a nominated survivor to utter the first words. Clearly, it's Freddie Mercury. Clearly, Freddie Mercury is the person to speak the first words. So Freddie's going to gain an understanding. And he gains the dragon speech innovation, which is this one, which is different to the starting one. And we all gain, we'll just add Manus Infestation as well. Yes, we all gain the Encourage Survival action, which is awesome. Good work. Good work, Freddie. We've got our starting 6, and we now add the Throne settlement location, which I've done. The nominated survivor, Freddie Mercury, gains the Champion's Right fighting art. Freddie Mercury, Champion's Right. So, remembering our constellations thing that we were looking for, Freddie Mercury has now got 2 in a row for this Reaper. And if he gets Pristine and 9 Courage, Freddie Mercury will become a Reaper, which sounds exceptionally fun. Excellent. Foundling is done. Yeah, mate, anyone's welcome here. Yeah, I gave him that already, didn't I? Yep, no, he's got his 1 understanding. Is that really all we have to do in this, Foundlings? Do we really not have to do anything else? That's awesome. How different does that feel to to the other one, to the other thing? White lion. All right, we've got a lion claw. We've got a lion tail. We've got a golden whiskers. We've got a white fur. We got a sinew. Missing statues, I do need to add that. Yeah, that's Lantern Year 3, I think. And great cat bones. Basic, we got a hide. We got an organ. We got a hide. We got a perfect bone and a skull. And then we got a duplicitous manus. Missing statues. Cool. That was fun. 4 endeavours to spend. And Freddie Mercury has to skip the next hunt because of sitting at the throne. So I think clearly we do our 3 locations, which is Bonesmith, organ grinder, skinnery. And that leaves us with one endeavor to spend. So we probably aren't going to innovate. I think we will instead... I do have the new band / innovation pillar. I do. So that is over here. And it gets added to the deck as a consequence of something. Band, forbidden dance consequence. Here you go. So there's some cool stuff with synchronized strike. We get that from drums, don't we? Synchronized strike, maybe? Can't remember. We'll find it when we find it. See, there is actually some consistent stuff happening with these instruments situation now, where there's actually some layered benefits to doing an instrument heavy portfolio. I reckon it could be worth a 1 in 100. I reckon it could be worth it. As long as you don't have scouts, I think it's worth it. Yeah, bone beats we get, which gets a synchronized strike. All right, we can get a free ammonia from the cat, so I think we try for that. I don't need that anymore, potentially. Yeah, so if we go for an augury and we get a baby, it's a fucking win. If we don't get a baby, we're still probably better off doing it anyway. All right, so we'll go for an augury. Let's try the parasite queen dice again. They've been glorious so far. So we'll augur 8+ for a baby, for an intimacy. It's a 4. So I think that is a +1 understanding. It's actually on this thing, Dano. You should learn to play your own game. 4+ gain a survival. Okay, so we'll assume that was from Britney Spears. She gains a survival. Britney, baby, one more time. So we probably craft some skinnery stuff. We'll just do this, the 3 best things. We do a vest. See my vest, the headband, and the gloves. Oh, it's a lion tail. Hang on, how many have I got? Have I got enough hide to do a full set? Oh, I'll get around it. Let's do a full set. Boots. Pants, the duplicitous manus. That is glorious. We're not chasing dead armor, so we probably want to spend our bone stuff. I'm quite partial to some bone gear. But it does feel wasteful. But I suppose Smoggos is where we're going to start spending our gear, so we can probably hold off on going for Smoggos or anything, or going for too many weapons. All right. Yeah, that's a good plan. Look, if I was playing with people that had never played before, and I rolled a 10 and we all had instruments, I would just ignore it as well. You got to play your own game. It's got to be fun. Like, and there's people who just like, as soon as they open content, they just chuck it in their game, doesn't matter, and they just want to use it. That's sweet. Like, it's your game. You've paid money. You want to play with it. Play with your toys, right? The best advice I've ever got from Brahmithra was just play with your toys. You don't need to follow the rules of the game if you don't want to, if it's going to be more fun for you. You generally do want to craft some bone darts in the first lantern year, just in case of the cat flipping that thing. The bone club is a legitimately good option, but I might just... I love a bone axe. The bone axes are like my favourite. From the Caterium, do we need a perfect bone for the... Oh, Whisker Heart, baby. Prum, prum. Yeah, that's good. I'm excited for a Whisker Harp. It's actually gonna be really good in this campaign because the Tyrant has some killer moods that we can just like sing away. And there's going to be some other good instruments that, and if we get the Vespertine cello from the Flower Knight, everyone's going to get luck. So we're just going to be singing along, and we're playing the bard version of Kingdom Death, which is always nice. I think we go for, from the organ grinder, we go for the old Lucky Charm, using our monster organ. Yeah, that one's bad, but you get a chance. That one only happens if he's got 8 gates out on the board. So you can just smash the gates, and that one doesn't trigger. So it's actually fine. If I remember rightly, it might be 2 gates. If there's 2 gates on the board, then he triggers it. All right, I think we'll go a bone. I do like a bone axe, but it's going to get outplayed very quickly by some of the Colosseum gear. So I might have, I might keep that up the sleeve. We might just go a bone blade and a bone dagger. Oh, we're not using great cat bones, are we? Oh, no, maybe we will just go the bone blade. And we were light on skulls, were we? We were light on stuff. Oh, I've actually got 2 organs. All right, maybe we'll go... No, I think that's it. I think that's all I'm going to make. Full, because we've got darts for 1 person. We've got bone blade for 1 person. We've got 2 founding stones for the other 2. And we've now got a full rawhide set. Always feels good. And that person will be a fist and tooth wielder anyway. Boom. 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 Oh yeah, we're not going to be able to activate a Lucky Charm yet, are we? Boom. Boom. Yeah, we can't activate a Lucky Charm as yet, but we'll get the Lion Beast guitar, so it's good to have one of those in play. It's jewelry, so we won't take that because, yeah. All right, our +1 strength person is going to be the wearer of this set. And they can use the bone blade. Maximum firepower. That, and that. So we just need to come up with another survivor to take out on this first hunt. We probably will take 2 because I don't want to take out Miles. Actually, I don't want to take out Aretha either. All right, we're coming up with 3 new people. So unnamed survivor number 1, Taylor Swift. Unnamed survivor number 2, Bob Marley's a good one. Yeah, Bob Marley's a good one. Mozart's great. I'm definitely doing Mozart. Bob Marley and Mozart. Bob Marley is obviously going to be green. And Mozart. Mozart in white, Bob Marley in green, Freddie Mercury's Missing the Hunt, Britney Spears in red, and Taylor Swift will, of course, be purple/pink. So Britney Spears is heading out, Bob Marley's heading out, Mozart's heading out, and Swifty's heading out. So we need to get a purple thing. It does sound like a joke. Oh, this is always the exciting part of the game, isn't it? When we're fresh and new and harvest a lantern year 1 and then never again. All right, friends, I'll be back on Thursday playing some more Kingdom Death. So I hope you've enjoyed the start of our next glorious campaign, and we'll be back Thursday night to continue. So we'll probably get through Lantern Year 1 and 2 that year. We'll fight a lion and then some smoggos. Fantastic to have all of you joining me on this wonderful journey again. So I look forward. Yeah, no, so throw any comments on the comments of this video for suggestions for things, and it'll be glorious. And of course, we'll probably start talking about Miniature Masters. Yes. Thank you all. Have a great week.